Hi guys, this is Mrs. Shanahan and we're going to take a look at step 7, which is to set up Microsoft apps. Now before watching this video, you should have followed the instructions under step 7 and your screen should look similar to mine. You should see Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, Excel, OneNote, and OneDrive. That's what we're going to talk about right now. So in step 2, you recall that we set up your school email using that email address that ended with @centralcatholichs.com. That same email address and password are what are going to give you access to all of the apps listed here. And also, you can access these apps online at Microsoft 365 Online. That will be a different video. I'll show you how you could go to your home desktop computer or a laptop computer and you could get to all of these same apps and all of your same documents on any device that connects to the internet. So what this video is for is to give you just a very brief overview of these 5 apps, and then you'll see on the YouTube page there will be several more videos that go more in depth with how you use each of these. So if you haven't already, I'm going to show you how to sign in to these apps. We'll start with Microsoft Word, and you already have an account, so you're going to select the option that says Existing Microsoft 365 User. And here is where you will use your Central Catholic email address, the entire email. You can go ahead and type that in now. And if that is correct, it will prompt you for a password. Remember, your password begins with the CC. It will say activating, and then you will know it worked if it prompts you to turn on notifications or not. I'm going to say not now, but that's up to you. And then it will say you're all set. So this is the first of the apps, and I'm sure it's one that you're familiar with. This is Microsoft Word, which is just a basic word processing app. It's where you type your papers, you create documents, and if you scroll, you will see that there's a number of different templates that you can use. Things like newsletter, resume, menu, but in most cases, you are just going to be using blank document to create a paper, to write a paper for a class. Now, a separate video will work through the steps of how to save documents, but for now, I'm just going to give you the very basic details about Microsoft Word, and that is how to type. If you click the settings icon, it will show you that you are signed in and you just want to confirm that that is your email address that is listed there. So that's Microsoft Word, and you will see in the next 4 apps I show you that you are already signed in. Signing into one signs you into all of them that you have on your iPad. The second one is Microsoft PowerPoint, and again, this is likely one that you've used before. All you have to do is say get started. And just like with Word, you will see there are a number of different templates that you can use to create a PowerPoint presentation. A PowerPoint presentation is where you have different slides with text on them. It's something that you could use to show a presentation to classmates and to teachers. And again, just like with Microsoft Word, you are already signed in to PowerPoint. Excel is one that you might not have as much experience with. Again, we will say get started, edit documents, and Excel allows you to analyze data by opening these workbooks and typing lists of data, which you can then sort by whatever categories you have created. Now, you probably don't have much use for those right now, but when you are taking your science classes, you will be using these to document different pieces of data and then make charts. And in your math classes, you will also use these with different equations. So right now, you might not be familiar with Excel, but you will be as time goes on. The next one I'd like to show you is OneNote. And OneNote is an app in which you can create different notebooks. Some students prefer to keep their notebooks on paper, like a 5-subject notebook, for example. Some prefer to type their notes. What is nice about OneNote is that when you create notebooks, they are saved online and you can access them from any device at any time. So a video that we will have in the YouTube queue is how to create notebooks using OneNote. And then finally, OneDrive is part of your Microsoft 365 account. And this is the app that you can access when you want to find documents that you have saved from any of those apps, whether it's a PowerPoint presentation, a Word document, a notebook, and you can access them from any device using OneNote, and you can also access those documents from the OneDrive app on your iPad. So that's your overview of the Microsoft apps, but what you should do now is watch the next several videos, which will give you more in-depth information on how to use those.